And then there's Thabo Bester, who I feel is the king of Umgulugutus, okay? That's my opinion. But what is it about Thabo Bester and the courts? Well, I, well, let's get into it, okay? I did a video last week announcing the Netflix new series of Thabo Bester, um, Beauty and the Bester, okay? And I announced it last week, and I'm so excited. I'm still so excited. I'm counting down. It's coming 12 days to go, almost plus or minus over there. But guess who found out about it? Okay, guess who found out that he is in a Netflix documentary and he is not making any a coin out of it? Thabo Bester, of course. And you already know. I believe Thabo Bester, he is motivated by, why is nobody paying me for this? Okay. Why are people making money from my story and not me? I am the OG Mguluguju. Okay. I got people to sing happy birthday to me while I was inside Pagati, the prison. Okay. Before I burnt my mattress down. And before Nandipha helped me get a body and put it in my cell. May his soul rest in peace. But then the G4S workers helped Thabo Bester escape the prison, literally walk out the prison in the middle of the night. And then at some point he decided he really, really needed Oros juice, and they went to Woolworths and Santon, and somebody recognized Thabo Bester. And then they had to run away. Nandipha had to leave her 2 young daughters. And then they went and went and went. And then they went all the way. Okay, first of all, they had to move one of the cars to the Zimbabwean border and leave it there. And then Nandipha was eating an avocado toast sandwich. And then they came to ask her for the rest of the money for the car. And she said, well, I'm just going to have to ask Tom. Who is Tom? Tom is one of Thabo Bester's many aliases. But we are not there, okay? We are here in present day time. After they went to Tanzania, and then they were brought back by the former police minister and his team. Okay, you remember how prominent it was in the news. This is April 2023, okay? And then they come back in what Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magudumana will later call an deportation disguised as an extradition. Yeah. But in present day, now they want to go back to court. If there's 2 people who love to be inside the courtroom, no matter how many times they keep losing, it's Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magudumana. And let's just say legal aid is not footing their bills, so hence they can continuously open new cases. Hello Mzansi, welcome back to another Mzansi Unfiltered edition, where we go to other courtrooms. And in this courtroom, we will be talking about Thabo Bester as he seeks to interdict airing of the Netflix documentary. This is an article in the Sowetan Live that I'm going to read to you by Ernest Umabuza. And basically he says the convicted rapist and unaliver Thabo Bester has approached the Pretoria High Court on an urgent basis to interdict and restrain Netflix from releasing, streaming, advertising, or publishing a documentary titled Beauty and the Bester. I love the title, by the way, guys. Netflix posted the trailer of the documentary set to stream on September 12th. And I predicted it that Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magudumana were not going to be happy about it and that they were going to go to court. Where are my lies? Where are my lies, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comment section if you caught my previous video. But let's continue reading on. Okay, Funda Tembi, Funda Togo, Funda. Bester, being held in Kgosi prison in Pretoria, was apprehended in Tanzania in April 2023 and faces multiple charges relating to his dramatic escape from Mangaung prison in May 2022. In an unrelated case in March last year, Bester and his life partner Nandipha Magudumana failed in their urgent bid to interdict the airing of Showmax's Tracking Thabo Bester. Both argued broadcasting the docuseries would affect the fairness of their criminal trial. In his notice of motion filed in the Pretoria High Court on Tuesday, Bester asked the court to declare the contents of the documentary violated his constitutional rights to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to a fair trial, and to dignity. Okay, Thabo Bester. Now let's just use that very same sentence. Constitution. What about Katlego's constitutional right to remain alive? What about that? What about his right for his remains not to be burnt in a prison cell where he was never an inmate? What about his family that searched and searched and searched for him as a missing person, only for his remains to be found in your cell, the cell you were supposed to be rightfully occupying? Bester also asked the court to declare the documentary and its contents defamatory, and that Netflix be restrained permanently from streaming, advertising, or publishing it. In his founding affidavit, Bester said he became aware on August 20 that Netflix had posted a trailer on its app and on YouTube advertising the documentary. He said the trailer outlined that the contents of the documentary will center on his life and allegations that are the subject of a criminal trial in which he is a defendant in the Bloom High Court. On the belief that the contents of the trailer indicated that the documentary would be prejudicial to his constitutional rights, Bester instructed his legal representatives to approach the court to interdict Netflix from releasing the documentary pending a finding by a court on the relief that he sought. His legal representatives also sent an email to Netflix upon satisfying themselves that Netflix did not have a registered office in South Africa, asking it to take down the trailer and to commit not to publish the documentary. There has been no response to that request. Like Netflix would just respond to an email and say, okay, yeah, never mind all the contracts that we've signed with the publishing house, with the production house, with the actors, with the people in the interviews. Never mind all those contracts. Yeah, you know what, Thabo Bester, you're right. Let's just read your email and let's just go ahead and fold this project, no matter how much money we had predicted it would make. Let me just go on a brief segue. So there is, of course, Prince Charles and his wife Meghan Markle, and they left the United Kingdom and they moved to America, and money started not money, okay? And then they got a Netflix contract. They released a series. It's where Meghan Markle cooks jam, okay? And the people did not like this Netflix documentary. In fact, people hated it. In fact, she got a lot of pushback. And then people said, don't even do another season with them. This is absolute garbage. But Netflix understands one language and one language only. That language is called money. It's called how much can we actually make out of Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle. So Netflix has signed an indefinite contract with the two, irregardless of how upsetting this is to some people. So back to Thabo Bester. Netflix understands money, not email communication. Netflix understands, and I believe Netflix definitely has a legal team, and they would have checked on what they could and couldn't do with regards to your documentary. And as you can see, they have a trailer. It means they've been filming. It means everything has been going with or without you. But let's continue on.
I am not the worst inmate in this country. I don't have the highest counts. I have 3 counts. But I am the most popular inmate in this country for no reason, because of the political carnage and because of the political issues that I have in my personal capacity that have nothing to do with this legal proceedings. And I feel that I am out to address that. And Your Honor, with my last point, that I feel it's unfair for these people that are sitting here as my so-called accused to be in court when I know very well they have nothing to do with this. When I know very well that they were not present in any of these issues that are in this indictment. The people that are being protected by the investigating team are very clearly known. I have more than enough evidence to prove that this thing is much more than just an average people that are working at an institution called G4S that just decided on one day to release me. It's highly impossible for them to do that without political power or other high office involved in this issue. I have been out in South Africa, living my life for a year. I have not violated any human. But I am treated with the utmost, even in the legal fraternity, Your Honor. It's very difficult for me to appoint an attorney. Attorney would cancel brief on the base that say, I don't want to be associated with Thabo Bester because the media will attack me. I've had 5 counsels who told me that I would love to be in your case, but I'll be in the background because I cannot be seen in front because you're Thabo Bester. The media will destroy me and the state will never give me any work. Is that anyhow how I should be treated when I am standing in trial, Your Honor? Is that equal to any other person that is standing in trial?
I respectfully submit that unless interdicted, the documentary will cause me irreparable harm, in that my constitutional rights will be infringed, my reputation and dignity will be harmed, and integrity of the ongoing and or pending legal proceedings in the Bloemfontein High Court will be prejudiced. Bester, what reputation are you talking about? Anyway, let's continue on. Bester said earlier last year he and Magudumana, who is also an accused in the escape case, were approached about a documentary to be produced by Netflix. Now, do you understand what the problem is? Okay. About his life and the circumstances surrounding the criminal trial pending in the High Court. Negotiations were held regarding the direction of the documentary, but no consensus could be reached between the parties. Accordingly, the project was abandoned. Despite this, Netflix appeared to have continued with the documentary without his involvement and consent, Bester said. It appeared from the direction of the documentary that it had deviated from what was discussed between the parties and leaned more towards his vilification. Of course, your vilification is gonna sell views. Come on now. From the trailer, it is apparent the documentary included commentary and allegations of a criminal nature against me that are presented as fact. Yet I was not afforded the right to reply to these allegations and comments. Bester said from the trailer, it was clear the documentary prejudiced his right to be presumed innocent of all alleged crime of escaping from prison by portraying him as guilty before the trial has even entered the pleading stage. But Thabo Bester, you confuse me. Were you or were you not found in another country and not in your prison cell? Yes or yes? I don't even understand. But you know what is really the real shocker in this documentary? Nandipha Magudumana's father is in the documentary. Don't forget, he's one of the accused who is out on bail. Now, do you see what happens when you don't set airtight bail conditions? How is the father on a documentary talking about the case where he is one of the accused? This is definitely a developing story. I'll keep you posted on any future updates. And with that, I'm going to end with this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and down below. Will you be watching the Netflix documentary, or do you stand in solidarity with Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magudumana that it is not fair and it's against their constitutional rights for Netflix to air this docuseries on them when they haven't even gone to trial yet and they're presenting everything as facts, and this is not going to be good for their reputation. But with that, I'll end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe, hit the share button, and I'll catch you on my next upload. Bye!